talk before, man. We not talk something here. We not talk about the this whole Bible thing and you know what I mean?
Yeah. Trust me. A lot of ways say. You have to really sit down and question things and a brethren.
You have to. Because you're not Christian, you're just stagnant.
Exactly.
And it's like you know all or nothing.
And how you gonna grow?
Another thing, you know. Some people need to find that.
Yeah, basically, and that's just what's going on in a Vincy right now. The volcano, you just announce a lot of things too.
Yes, I.
Taxi.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
All
right.
When upon pull up the Zoom here, we talk about the volcano and all them things there. A long time we there now. What about things we are talking about?
We're talking about
volcano. When up talk about Bible, all kind of things. Vincy, politics,
prostitution.
All the usual suspect.
Where's your talk about, Lenny? Tell him something.
I get up.
We strip plenty and enough topics still.
Yeah, we're up on us very often talk about different things.
Yeah, but it's not so much that we very often. The way we see it is more like, all right, one topic basically, you find you have some sort of a connection to another topic.
Yeah.
You understand?
A truth. So
everything, yeah.
Just flow over this, so I will just move with it.
Exactly.
So, Coxie, what do you think about the situation back home? The volcano right now. How you see it? Like,
as it comes to the politics of it?
Yeah, what do you think? You think
just overall?
You think anything could have been done better? Man, I say politics of it, you know, but I feel like it's man to take it and make it politics, you know, because if a man see something could have been done better, before you talk, like we are put it with the panigram, you know, and we make video, you know my thing is making video. So if you want to be guarded, you know what I mean? If you don't want to say certain things because whatever, I'm just make you know.
You break up, you have to come again.
I said.
You know, saying before I answer something.
Yeah, because we're on the gram live here, right? And like a break up bad man. You hear me now?
Yeah, and you know your song is kind of foreign just now.
Yeah, well, we're foreign. Me say because we on the gram live, right? And a video me doesn't make anyway. So this is going up on the tube. So if you know what, say if something you know what, say for whatever reason. Right, if we keep by them out, I don't know. So as I tell you. Just in case, you know. So
I mean, all right, so back to your question. So human is error now. So yes, to ask if I think anything could have been done better or different. Something could always be done better or different. You know, a lot of times when it comes to impending tragedy, people tend to caution on the side of hope, if that makes sense to you.
That's what I say.
They prepare for the worst, but they prepare for the worst on the side of hope, hoping it does actually get to the worst.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like, for example, I believe the people and them had enough time to evacuate, right? But they were given enough time to evacuate, being the day before or whatever, right?
Which did it?
And a lot of people said it wasn't given enough time, but that mountain they've been, where is it?
Thursday night. Remember the evacuation order was given Thursday night.
Right, it was given Thursday. Not necessarily Thursday night, but Thursday.
What time? What time?
Right?
Thursday?
And if I remember, I came in the group.
Thursday evening.
Okay. If you remember, I came in the group early Thursday morning and told you guys I heard from a source that they're gonna give the evacuation order soon.
Yeah,
I remember the conversation was, oh, everybody's saying that every day. We go see how much truth that was on rare. So if I hear it quite right in America, that means whispers been already going around on the ground down there.
Yeah, whispers been around on the ground.
Right. You don't know Vincy stop. Each one tell one and we just start quick. So, but my thing with that, right? Even if you want to argue and say they didn't give the people them enough time, right? As scientists and professionals, right? Those people can't really afford to be wrong. They could lose their whole career.
Yeah.
For misjudging that stepping, right?
The scientists them right. So far.
They're right. They wanted to make sure they were correct instead of running people from the house for mass hysteria because they would have get a blowback from that too. But my point is, the volcano has been smoking for what, 2 months now?
3 months, nearly since December.
Right.
Since December.
Right. So if me with common sense knowledge, right? No, say this volcano done erupt 2 times in the last century. Is either I thinking that man that done erupt 2 times already, that ain't gonna erupt again? Right? Or I need to be thinking, well, if it's smoking, it's gonna erupt. So you start to prepare. You had 3 months to prepare. Right? All them people run and leave the livestock. Right? That's because we live in a different generation. Because I remember when we been growing up, man used to walk out from Kingston to Georgetown, Georgetown to Kingston.
Yeah, them thing
right. Go by the butcher.
Yeah, them do them thing right. Yeah.
Right? You remember them days, right? When you pay a boy a money for walk your cow. Right? So all them people with livestock, I showed if they been go to even the government, downtown the government, and had nothing prepared for that. They would have figured that out. If you don't have a neighbor or somebody you could carry your cow to by their land for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to move your livestock because the mountain smoking. So we smoke the fire there. So fire coming.
Them should not take them own initiative.
Right? Yeah.
Because you already given everybody don't see the smoke happening, right? People running up there making, a whole festival about it or whatever the proper word is, you're making a spectacle, sorry.
Yeah.
You're making a spectacle of it. Dome smoking and it growing. And these guys, the Rodriguez guy going up there live, okay. And I'm glad for your videos and them too, because he actually getting in the close and we see any progress of how the dome. But I let you know things are progressing to the point where we get into an explosion.
Yeah.
And it's not regressing.
Right.
Right. But also, and the fault of the scientists, them know, and the people and them were in charge of that. I felt like they were trying to tame this eruption too much to the point where the people and them figure it was nothing serious. Because telling us about what they call it, not eruption, what the other word they use?
Effusive eruption.
The effusion, right? Effusion and this and all just doing this and it just doing that.
Eruption, no, it's an explosive eruption.
Right. So 3 months of that telling people, oh, what's happening here is not an eruption, it's just a whatever, blah, blah, blah. They was kind of downplaying the severity of it. Maybe they were hoping that it would subside too. Because if you made it the aesthetics of this, like it was a serious thing and it was imminent and bound to happen, right? So if people know for sure, well, this volcano is going to erupt, and when it's going to erupt, it's gonna get bad, right? Maybe people like us, they foreign, we have people home, maybe we would have done send we thing on them already.
Yeah.
Maybe the government should have anticipated that because this stuff has happened around the world and we know what happened. Anticipate the mad rush and the shortages, and maybe they should have the lift on the VAT tax a little earlier.
Right.
Right? But you know what they say? Foresight. We say foresight is not foresight.
Hindsight.
Hindsight is 2020. Right? So it's easy to sit where we are now and point out all the things that didn't get done, right? Because we're not in their position to know how much different angles of things they had to deal with in order to make things happen, right? I've never been in government myself, but I understand when you're sitting in a position appointancy or whatever is not just so easy. When you deal with bureaucracy, then bureaucracy is not just okay, this is what needs to be done and we could do this. It's never that easy. Because your hand usually tied from both directions. You know what I'm saying? Even upon a good situation.
I'm listening to you, but
so
talk.
Yeah, but so could things have been done better? Yes, but we see that from a position of hindsight. Did anybody else foresee this coming like that? I'm sure certain people did. But for me personally, like I said, replaying it now, I feel like maybe if they had made it a point to make it seem like a more imminent thing that was coming, maybe people would have prepared a little better.
Well,
maybe people would have got this stuff out there already.
Scientists say it's not if, it's when. The scientists did say it's not if it erupts, it's when it erupts.
Yeah, true.
Right, when, but just from where I'm sitting and the literature that I was getting, even relayed from you guys in the room and other people back home, you know what I'm saying, over the last 3 months, it got to a point where it became so mundane that if I'm feeling it that way, I show people home was feeling it the same way too, because people going about the business. You understand? If the government knew it was going to be so bad, I'm sure they didn't know how severe it was going to be. But even judging by the last 2 eruptions, right? You prepare upon that scale. So you go to Sandy Bay within those last months, you send your social workers out there and the people them, you know what I'm saying, out there, little by little. And you educate them about the possibilities, the different eruptions and whatnot, and how to safeguard the dwellings before they leave.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Randy.
It would have been more.
One of the things I think mainly didn't happen was the educating of the people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines as to how dangerous this volcano can be, and the lack of proper preparedness in terms of like these shelters and so on where people can go and know, okay, yeah, because right now, instead of us, I mean, we could have some supplies that could have lasted us for a couple of days in these shelters, but nothing was there when the people go there. You understand? And leading up to all this time, there was a big emphasis being focused more on teachers and van drivers getting vaccine and all them stuff. So it took away the attention from the disaster that was pending before us. You understand? Because,
right.
I mean, that's like a big distraction there. This whole vaccine, teachers can't go back to school unless they're vaccinated. They're trying to get school reopened. I mean, yes, I want kids to go back to school. But then you have to look at it. There's another overhanging picture over our head. There's a natural disaster that is just like basically inches from exploding. Even though they had to get stuff and store them, like they weren't going to open the whole school, but these shelters that they have should have already had like a few mattresses, probably locked in a room or something. So by the time this thing was announced, the evacuation notice was announced, they could have just said, okay, open this room, get these things set up. This is what we have to deal with. You understand? Because we're probably going to have a big rush coming in. You see the mass panic that happened soon as the announcement was made. And it was announced at a time when, yeah, there's a lot of people still working in St. Vincent. They were going home from work. Imagine people leaving Kingston, because majority of the work is still based in Kingston, heading up to like Georgetown and those places to get home over the river. And then you hear, bam, big announcement. You see what you see the kind of chaos it caused?
Not even that. Imagine you still in town getting off work when you hear the announcement and you have to go cry to friggin' Sandy Bay or Fancy.
You never have a change your clothes with it.
You pick me and not even your clothes and them out your house and lock up and all them kind of thing. So you are hours just before you could even reach home and both done the panic we are ready for evacuate people.
You know what,
I can't imagine being in that situation, boy, because that's a dire situation.
So I see some people.
But like I was saying, if they had made the point that this is and will happen, and stress it to the residents of those areas, the red zone, to prepare your go bag. Little things like that. Tell them about a go bag, what a go bag is. Have a couple of underwear, towel, necessities. Have a bag ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Lock up where you have to lock up, replace take stuff that's important to you down to your family house out the red zone from now. Because when the horn song and the horn is going to song, you need to be able to grab what you want, 2 bags that's already packed and go. That's the education, little bit of education, like what you were talking about there. That I feel they needed to stress. They didn't stress that.
So I agree.
Put out the little.
I agree with you, saying. I agree with it, and I agree with Lenny too. See, I feel like you want to prepare them. For example, me I tell them on this earlier, Trinidad and Barbados and St. Lucia were more prepared for Vincy people coming over there than our own shelters are prepared for our people. Because people are going to the shelter at a time when they never have no food in a day. None of them sleep on. People sleep on cold floor for at least 2 days. In most of the shelter them. And private people come and I give them mattresses and them kind of thing there. So I just find
on that note, kudos Syrians them in St. Vincent.
I just find out hard to deal with, to accept. You understand?
Watch. Your boy prepare for it. He might have know it been coming before anybody else, because if you could go back now in hindsight, like a day before that now when he released the thing saying, oh, the government out of money and he can't pay them for the next week.
Next
month.
Yo, that's why I say.
So that means
he prayed.
So that means why the shelter them any waste a year of money.
I say because like I said, I bet a man praying for that thing pop off so you could go beg of money. Right? I say.
Boy.
Say that?
No. Here's my comedy script, right? Because the same the other day, I tell you I get a phone call. And I ain't gonna say where it was because but the phone call told me, first I was talking to say, we talking about the vaccine. And I was told, I don't know the truth to it, but I was told that I don't know if it's St. Vincent, the government, or just the Prime Minister. It was being offered, I think 100 million or 10 million. If he can get 75% of the population vaccinated. Right? So now, here's my little piece of comedy for you. Me as comrade. Shit, boy, I don't bribe them with carnival and I walk. How am I going to get these freaking people here to take this vaccine? I need my money. And then boom, Soufrière blow. Oh shit, boy, yes. Shelter, mandatory vaccination. You want to go on the boat? Take the vaccine. You want to go to the shelter? Take the vaccine. We have some hotel room, but you have to take the vaccine. And he just say, ching. Now my must look up and say, boy, watch, look at God, boy. And that's so bad, boy.
Did it work though? Did it work? The plan it looked like it backfired.
It working.
Huh?
It working, but it backfiring too. But trust me, people taking the vaccine.
So,
it takes a lot of fortitude to say no to something under pressure, right?
Well,
and the thing is like
a lot of people refusing it, no?
Yeah, and people vex too because much people don't even live in red zone. We're happy for them both. They for try to get out of Vincy.
But the annoying thing is the man is easy, the man going to tell the people them Vincy people don't want to move, and that's a lie because I know for a fact there's people in Vincy who was in a shelter with my mother volunteering who wanted to go St. Lucia, and the man tell them,
I have a couple of people on my Facebook page who has been in constant contact with Nemo. Nemo would take a name, take a number, tell them they'll get back to them. You understand? Because since the Soufrière blow, they were asking about evacuation with the cruise ship. They were told, just give us a name and a number and we'll get back to you. And nothing ever happened up until this day. So there's persons who want to leave, but at the same time, there's persons who probably may say, well, I don't want to go. You understand?
Like my man say, the man want money. So the man can't let him go. Need to collect first. Because if all them people they go, the chances
well,
of
watch. If government is government, right? And things work like how it does work here in the US, right? I asked people a question the other day. I say, why do you think, have you ever noticed all the federal prisons is built in like small rural areas when most of the prisoners come from the city?
Yeah.
And yeah, I asked them, you ever thought of why that is? You know? And the reason that is because say 50 a week from say Brooklyn, right? And we get locked up, right? They send we upstate to say Ithaca, New York, a small town, right? Why would Ithaca, New York want a bunch of prisoners from the inner city? And the reason is for the tax purposes. Yeah. Every inmate they house, they get a credit. Like if the inmate lives in that town. So even though the population for that town may only be 100,000, they have another 50,000 inmates there. Right. That helps give them stimulus for their tongue. Right. So if there's anything like how this system here does work, especially with relief aid and thing, the government let all the people and them jump on boat and go Grenada and St. Lucia and them other places there. When it's time for the aid pass out, the aid going pass out to Grenada and St. Lucia and Barbados and other places. So it going to turn out the money that they would get for disaster relief.
That's how I see it all the time, and that's why I say now, how we end up like that? Because surely, if we had good leadership, we don't mean if we are good on them road.
No, Froggy, how you mean how we end up like that, big man? Government is government.
No,
Whether NDP, the key, Labour, whoever, all our politicians are coming out of the same school. They're going to the same school, learning the same political science from the same book that the oppressors is teaching. So you go into it and you become assimilated and you become a product of the system.
So you think this brethren, yeah?
So the system continues.
Remember, everybody get them own style on it. So you think this brethren who have in charge, right? The way he do things, everybody else will do things the same way? I don't think so.
For the most part, yes, because power corrupts.
Yeah, when in power for that long and don't want to go. But
power corrupts. When Mitchell be in there, people used to talk the same thing about Mitchell. They used to call Mitchell Nancy.
Yeah, they used to call it Nancy.
And Nancy.
Yeah, but Vincy was never so bad. And Mitchell in time.
Yeah, it might not be bad for you, but it was still bad for other people.
Yeah, but I never hear people crying out. Kind of poverty we see in a Vincy right now. We know they're in a Vincy. How expensive. We know there's inflation and everything. But you know what time I go in school?
Yo. Vincy being always broke, Froggy. Vincy being always broke. The only difference is fruit being there, more trees being around to eat, and it was simpler times. When the fisherman used to go down and fish all in the morning.
So there's no progress
there. You could have buy a fish for money.
So there's no progress then.
Right. So just like the rest of the world.
Nah, man.
Your cost of living always higher than the income.
Yes,
than the what you call it?
Yeah, but there's progress in other places. Look at places like St. Kitts. You have a boom in the economy, brethren. Antigua and places there. Like people are talking about Jamaica. Yeah. Jamaica always have something.
They might say Vincy booming too.
But really? And so much. Look at back in my days.
From outside, if you're looking at that economical, so if you're looking at the money, they gonna say Vincy booming too.
Well, not on paper.
Because for the people that the money flowing into, them getting a lot of money. But for the common people not see nothing.
You know the GDP. You know we make up what is the source of Vincy's the biggest part of Vincy's GDP?
They gonna say tourism.
No.
Nah.
Try again. Remittance from foreign. When a man go to Western Union and money go and send a money to family. That's where I'm getting most money from.
Oh, okay.
The rest,
yeah?
Yeah, the rest are from begging and taxes. When the government go beg our money. Like, when me youth grow up, and a man beg me for money, a man beg for $1 and $2. Now me go, man, I beg me for $15.
$5.20.
No,
And I beg
$15.
for no $1.
Man ask me, man say give me a $15, please now. Back in the days.
50?
15, 1.5.
Oh, 1.5. Oh.
Yeah. If a man know you really well, yeah, you're real bridge and they go at 50. Yeah, like a good bridge, and they go at 50 or 100.
That the thing, if you don't work in for $50 or $15, you a bigger man for $15.
You get people in a Vincy today still out for 40 EC a day. You have to ask yourself, how in this time people still out for 40 EC a day?
Boy, wanna.
Let me show you something again. Right? You have people. When 3 years ago, 3 years ago roughly, I leave and go work for Mandarin Oriental in Canawan from St. Vincent. When I go there, first, I think it was $1,300 they pay in a month. And I say, well, that sounds good. When I reached there, after I don't sign the contract, I really catch myself, realize they only paying $1,003 a month up to this day. And from that $1,003 a month, they're taking $250 for a room we're sharing with somebody on the island. This is when you resort to in local money. So basically you're getting $753. They go give you a little $100 allowance to catch the boat back and forth to St. Vincent a month. Plus they giving you, I think it's $10 a day. Food allowance.
Easy.
For days work, eh?
So
but see that you see, but see when man doing thing like that, right? And anything is right, there is only even the cruise ship and them. This is a common practice, eh? The cruise ship and them, if you notice, there's only pick people from the smallest and worst economic places.
Thanks.
And the reason is so they could give them the bullshit.
Froggy,
yo,
you not sleep at night, you know? But me ain't gonna sleep, you know? Lenny, like you don't sleep already, you know? Me ain't gonna sleep, you know?
If you kind of sleep, if you know, but you me bring on coxy and you talk.
Yeah, me understand what you say, but boy, me go talk to my family and things before me touch the bed and virgin. Yeah. It means the phone.
And as a virgin.
Respect, man.
Yeah.
Guidance, yeah? We do this again.
Yeah. Blessings.
We do it again.
Yeah, man, definitely. Hope you have it in a record on a Friday.
Yeah, me have it on record. Yes. All right then.
Respect.
No, you go sleep. No, me no go sleep. Me just leave this here around.
All right, respect.
Guidance, yeah?
Yeah, blessings.
All right. Be more we are saying, man. Be more we are saying.
Be more.
I hear it.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was saying now, right? It's like the problem with we and it goes back to religion. I'm not a big religion thing, you know what I'm saying, but it does go back to the religion. You understand? And it's a training of a mind. Right. I don't want to get on nobody but the belief system. But you have to understand that the Christianity faith teach you to be a lapdog.
Yeah, Bridget.
You understand?
I say all, yeah.
You know, and you could be a Christian and still praise your God, but you don't have to be a lapdog. You understand? If a man is not paying you enough for you to eat, what is the purpose of that job?
Well, yes. And this we'll leave it tonight. See? The vibe was good. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend and tell a friend. All right?